Last night, while I was really bored and probably extremely wasted, I decided that looking at all my videos, they all started sounding the same, saying the same thing, and it started making me feel very strange about doing this channel. And so, what I did, and of course, I was not making the best decisions, but I started grabbing transcripts from a lot of different a lot of different YouTube channels, right? So I was just going to a random page, pulling out the transcript, having Chat GPT go through it and create me a script. And it wasn't until I got far away from the material that I look at every day: economic data, jobs, um, job security, nobody wants to work, topics that I talk about constantly. So I went like on a scary video channel. I think it's like Dark 5 or something like that. And I took out something and it created this. And even though it's not like any other video that I've made, it does give you some understanding of why certain YouTube channels have the same material every day. But this is going to, it frightened me a little bit, and I hope it frightens you. So let's get into this. You ever feel like you're not really choosing? Like no matter how hard you try, you keep seeing the same thing? Same posts, same influencers, same ads telling you to buy things you can't afford. And I wonder, did I choose this? Or did someone choose it for me? This is a little bit off topic for this. But this is the way that you get stuck working in one field for the rest of your life. I've worked in technology as my professional job my entire life. And regardless of where I go on the internet to look for a job, whether it's Glassdoor or Indeed or LinkedIn, because of my resume, it sends me to the same places. So even my current job is one that I kept seeing over and over and over again because it doesn't take us other places. The algorithm learns how we think and it presents the material to us as it thinks that we should see it. So instead of getting to see all of the internet, the algorithm decides what it wants you to see. That's why my channel doesn't get recommended to a lot of people. When I first started it, it did. I was getting 5,000 views on videos. But then as the algorithm decided who wanted to watch my videos, my audience shrank and kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until now I only have the same 1,000 to 1,500 people who watch my videos every day. And that won't grow because the algorithm has decided who to present my material to and who it's not going to present it to. And so now I'm stuck with this limited bubble of what I see and what other people see. They say you're free, that we have choices, but every choice we make, what we see, what we click, and even what we think is already been decided. It's not random. It's not you. It's an algorithm. You want a new pair of boots? Here's 1,000 ads for boots. You search how to make rent with no money? Here comes payday loans. They don't help you. They trap you. It's like they know us better than we know ourselves. What we like, what we want, what we fear, and then they sell it back to us, wrapped in ads, in posts, in dreams that don't belong to us. I just woke up from a dream that was really strange. I was in a room with a lot of people, and there was one particular girl who I didn't know. And we were talking, and suddenly she was pushing her feet out at me, right? Like she was trying to push me away with her feet. And then I got close to her, and she put her feet right on my face, and she started pushing on my face with her feet. And so then for some reason, I had a shot glass next to me. I do not like strong liquor at all. Like I bought a bottle about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I emptied it out to the sink because it doesn't do anything for me other than make me insane. So I emptied it out. So in this dream, to have this girl and this shot glass was really odd. And suddenly I'm trying to finish the last few drops of the shot glass and I put it down and the girl gets up, walks over, grabs her cup and says, "I want some." And I'm like, "I don't want you to get too drunk." And at that point, she reaches in her pants and then she sticks her fingers out and tells and and puts them into my mouth and I'm like, what kind of weird dream is this? And then at that point, I walked away and then the dream ended. And you're just like, wow, where did that even come from? Like, it was just so odd. All right, getting back to this. And you know the worst part? It works. You see a life you've never lived, and you hate yourself a little. You see people arguing, you get mad too. They push what keeps you scrolling, even if it makes you feel worse. But this isn't for everyone. If you're rich, you can pay to get out. They buy privacy, they buy ad blockers, they don't get tracked like the rest of us. And us, we're the product. They decide what we see, what we want, who we envy. You think you're in control. You're not. I'm not. None of us are. But maybe it's time we asked who benefits when I feel this way? And what happens if I just stop scrolling? I don't think you can just stop scrolling. I think like last night, that's all I did is just scroll all night until it was time to go to sleep. It wasn't like you can stop. I mean, where else are you going to go? We don't have television like we had when I was a kid. At night, you would turn on the TV and you would watch primetime television from 7 to 9 every night. After 9 o'clock, the 10 o'clock news came on, and then you went to bed. There wasn't a whole lot of choice. You just watched what was there, but now we have infinite choices. You can watch a video game playthrough from the 80s. Ghost and Goblins is what I watched the other night. And you can just sit there with the brain rot and watch things like Mr. Beast. You can watch anything you want from second to second. I can watch primitive building. I can watch a guy who's roasting a woman because she said that dinosaurs didn't exist because all of their bones would be laying around right now. And that's how we know dinosaurs didn't exist. But for all of this ability to see anything and learn anything that you want, there's definitely a repercussions for this because we're being monitored by what we watch. And I'm not going to say it's in a nefarious way, but the internet knows what we like. I mean, obviously, ChatGPT knows exactly what I like. When I put in the description to make my thumbnails, all I say is add um, brown hair, make her the age of 28, and that's it. The rest of the facial features, the hair, the style, the background, everything else, ChatGPT decides what it's going to create. And if you look at those 300 thumbnails on this channel, it knows what we like. It knows it knows us better than we know ourselves. I mean, its ability to decide how I am going to respond to a comment is uncanny some days. Its ability to focus in on bringing us the material that we want is sometimes even unnerving to me at how good it gets at bringing us to channels that we might be interested like this according to Nicole channel. Looking at according to Nicole, you're just, it wasn't my type of channel, but the algorithm decided based on what I do on YouTube that I needed to be watching that channel, and I don't like it. And so sometimes, even though you don't want to see that, based on your history, it decides what you're going to see on the internet. Because for every channel that it's showing me, there's a million others that it's not going to ever show me ever. Is even for the rest of my life, I'm not going to get certain material. And that means that the algorithm is deciding for you as to what your experience on the internet is going to be like. And I find that frightening. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Of course, this is a morning video, so it's only a 10-minute video because I still have to make my breakfast and get ready to go to Evil Corp. So I will catch you guys back here at 3 o'clock with the next video. Hopefully I'll throw some shorts in there throughout the day. And I hope you guys have a great day at work. Not really. I keep thinking back to my coworker asking me why I don't like working at Evil Corp, and I keep rolling my eyes thinking about that because she's just so happy to be at work.